I'm sure that this individual's not in right now, but I was just wondering when Detective Matthew Foote comes in.
Foote comes in tonight, like late tonight, probably at around, I would say around 6:30.
Okay, so early in the morning.
No, 6:30 at night, 6:30 p.m. He comes in the evening now.
I got you. So he just got off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any detectives from the gang and violent crime unit that are available that aren't busy right now that I could chat with?
They put all of the so what they did with the gang unit was like they made them it's just for like this next 2 months they made them all come on at the same time and then all leave at the same time. So they all usually start around 6 and then they get off at around 2:30ish.
Okay, I understand. Is there any detectives I could speak with right now? If they're busy, I understand. I'll just call another time. But if they're available, if one's available, I'd like to chat with one if they're available.
Let me find out and put you on hold real quick, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry and Allen County Commissioners Nelson Peters, Therese Brown, and Rich Beck would like to thank you for your call and for your patience, and would like to take this brief opportunity to inform you of city and county news and area happenings. We welcome your comments, questions, and concerns. For immediate assistance, please dial 311 and let us know how we can help. A courteous 311 operator will personally answer your questions or will direct your call to the office that can best assist you.
Sir?
Yes.
I have no detectives available right now. So
okay.
You can call back tomorrow, or probably around like 9 or 10 this morning, and you might get some luck there, but you won't get the gang unit guys there until like 6 p.m.
I understand. I was giving it a shot in the dark, and I didn't think I'd get anybody. What's your name?
Hathaway.
Okay, and what is your rank and badge number?
Badge number is 1999 Fox.
Okay, and what is your position there at the police department?
I'm just a regular cop. I'm just on the desk tonight.
Okay, but you're a police officer, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you, officer. Have a good night.
Absolutely. You too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, goodbye.
It's been less than a week since the Fort Wayne Police Department announced its new gang and violent crimes unit, and that unit has already been busy arresting one gang member for an alleged double shooting, and now it'll be investigating a shootout between rival gangs that left 5 people hurt. News Channel 15's Adam Widener joins us now with a look at what city leaders have to say about the recent gang shootings. So, Adam, what are they saying?
Well, I don't think the recent gang violence is a response to the formation of a new gang unit, but I'm told the new gang and violent crimes unit is very interested in the 5 people injured. Police Chief Gary Hamilton says they have become the sole focus for the team.
And I thought it was fireworks, and I was like, no, it's not the 4th of July.
On February 11th, Quinika Pierce heard shots fired near her Tillman Road apartment, shots that injured 2 men.
It was just a lot of loud noise.
Pierce was thankful when the new gang and violent crimes unit arrested Tramiel Jackson for the crime this past Friday. But early yesterday morning, another gang shooting caught the new unit's attention. A gun battle between 2 vehicles at Lafayette and Tillman left 5 men injured. Investigators say it started around 4:30 as a bar fight between rival gangs.
We had been watching these gentlemen. We need to work on this particular bar they were attending, so we'll focus on that area as well.
The recent gang activity comes at a time when 22 new recruits are beginning the Fort Wayne Police Academy. While they may be the future, Mayor Tom Henry and Pierce have confidence in the new gang unit's present battle for public safety.
Our gang unit will identify these individuals for sure, and we will move towards arrest and prosecution.
There's no reason to be shooting. They just do it just to be doing it. So hopefully the gang units solve every crime that's out here because it's not safe.
Fort Wayne's new gang unit doesn't work alone. It's assisted by county, state, and federal law enforcement. Fort Wayne hasn't seen 5 people hurt in 1 shooting since 2009.
Okay, Adam Widener tonight. Thanks.
Yes, I'm trying to get in touch with one of the lieutenants or captains or the assistant chief.
Okay. Fort Wayne Police Administration Office.
Hi. I'm not sure who might be available to speak with me, but I'd like to speak with either a lieutenant, a captain, or the assistant chief.
Okay, in regards to what, sir?
A search warrant.
Okay, what kind of search warrant? 'Cause it's pretty vague. I'm not sure who to get you to. We have an internal affairs department. I don't know if you're wanting to file a complaint or...
No, I'm not trying to file a complaint at this time. I just want to bring up some issues that I had regarding the search warrant. It was for a vehicle.
Okay, well, we have multiple divisions here, so it's kind of hard for me to know unless I kind of have the story. Do you know where the search warrant came from?
The Gang and Violent Crime Unit, but I haven't been able to get in touch with any of the individuals there. Apparently they work late at night, and then also I've tried contacting Internal Affairs on more than one occasion, and all I get is voicemail.
Okay, because the admin for Internal Affairs is actually in from 7 to 3 p.m., so you'd have to call before 3. But as far as the gang unit goes, I can go ahead and get you over to, I can have you speak with DC Fiesel on that, or Captain Hunter in regards to that situation. Again, it being 3 o'clock, a lot of them are already gone for the day because their hours normally are from 7 to 3. So you would have to leave them a voicemail. So I can try one of them for you, but like I said, unfortunately, they're probably already gone for the day since they work those hours. But let me see if I can get DC Fiesel on the phone. Okay.
Okay. Well, and just one thing I'd like to. I mean, obviously, I don't think either you or me have control over this, but I've been told what you just told me regarding their hours. But I've also been told by another police officer at the front desk that the GVCU people come in at least during this time of the year for some reason at around 6 p.m.
Correct, but they're out in their cars. They do have a sergeant that oversees them, but they're out patrolling the streets. They're not in the office. They're right, actually out in their vehicles.
I understand. So, but basically what happens is that it's like there's never a time that I can ever get in touch with anyone.
Okay, well, it's during the day. If you want to speak to a lieutenant or a captain that oversees that department, they are day shift. They are in the office. The other individuals, the officers, are actually assigned to that unit. So they're out on the street in their cars just like a uniform officer would be patrolling. So that's why you'd have to speak to their command because the command is in the office. Internal Affairs, like I said, they are in from 7 to 3. I mean, that's just their hours. Their office hours. You can't call between 7 to 3?
I can, but I just have something very basic that I'd like to bring up about a search warrant. I'd like you to speak with someone and tell them about what I have here. Okay, well, I can't make them answer the phone, and like I said, most of our command is already gone for the day. So, unfortunately... Who is there today? Okay, I'm not in their offices, so I don't know who's up there and who's not, sir. I'm in the chief's office, and everyone is gone for the day. It's 7 to 3, so I don't have anybody to speak with unless I can try DC Fiesel or Captain Hunter for you to speak with. I guess I'll try that route. Okay, one moment, please.
Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry and Allen County Commissioners Nelson Peters, Therese Brown, and Rich Beck would like to thank you for your call and for your patience, and would like to take this brief opportunity to inform you of city and county news and area happenings. We welcome your comments, questions, and concerns. For immediate assistance, please dial 311 and let us know how we can help. A courteous 311 operator will personally answer your questions or will direct your call to the office that can best assist you.
Cold weather is just around the corner. Space heaters are great to supplement heat occasionally.
Okay, sir, I actually got a hold of Captain Nelson in Internal Affairs, and he's going to speak with you, okay?
Thank you so much.
One moment, please.
Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry and Allen County Commissioners Nelson Peters, Therese Brown, and Rich Beck would like to thank you for your...
Captain Nelson.
Captain Nelson, thanks for taking the time to speak with me.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to bring what I believe is a discrepancy to the attention of the Fort Wayne Police Department. I'm not a police officer. I'm not a lawyer, but I think I found something here that you guys should know about.
Okay. Can you give me just 1 second, sir?
Sure.
Just 1 second. Thank you.
Yeah, take your time.
Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry and Allen County Commissioners Nelson Peters, Therese Brown, and Rich Beck would like to thank you for your call and for your patience, and would like to take this brief opportunity to inform you of city and county news and area happenings. We welcome your comments, questions, and concerns. For immediate assistance, please dial 311 and let us know how we can help. A courteous 311 operator will personally answer your questions or will direct your call to the office that can best assist you.
Do you live in a home built before 1978? If so...
Sorry about that, sir.
No, you're fine.
I had somebody walk into my office. Go ahead.
No, I totally understand. So, anyway, my name is Andre, and I just want to bring what I believe is a discrepancy to the attention of the Fort Wayne Police Department. I'm assuming that you have some sort of authority over the Gang and Violent Crime Unit, which is where this issue I'm about to bring up occurred. Okay. Now, what I'm getting at here is what happened was there was a search warrant that was issued and executed. It was issued on September 20th. It was executed on September 22nd. And that search warrant was not signed by a police officer, at least the copy that was given to the person whose vehicle was searched. And I believe that's a violation of state law.
Okay. I will. And who's the search warrant on? Whose vehicle?
The person's vehicle, his name is William Roy Darnell Britt, and that person is in jail right now. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, he's in jail, and of course, that means there's a much bigger story to what we're getting at. All I'm focusing on, no matter what he's in jail for, is the search warrant itself.
Okay. Well, I'll look into it. I appreciate it.
Well, what I'd like to know before you go is that I would like to know the name of the police officer who did sign this search warrant.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into it.
Well, before you go, I mean, can I give you the control number for this search warrant?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. Fort Wayne Police Department control number 19 F as in Frank 116017.
Okay.
Also, in addition, I'd like to let you know that the search warrant return, which I guess I'm going to have to go through an open records battle regarding this, but the search warrant return was declared to be of an investigatory nature and that it would not be released to you. But I find that is a very unusual position to take, seeing as the report inside the police report, which was released, everything that was, pretty much would be inside a search warrant return was in that police report. So I'm wondering why hide the search warrant return?
Okay, I'll take a look at that.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Would you mind getting back in touch with me about this?
Sure.
Okay. My number is area code 915-781-4330. That's my cell phone number. And I can also give you my email, but I don't know if you do email. I'm not sure.
That's okay. I've got your cell phone number. That's fine.
Okay. And I know that you're a captain, but what exactly are you in charge of, like multiple divisions or?
No, I'm just internal affairs. Actually, I'm not even over the gang unit, so I'll have to look at it. But I'm over internal affairs. So actually, this is more of a legal issue, so it really wouldn't fall under the policies and procedures of the Fort Wayne Police Department. But I will look into it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Captain. I'm sorry.
Thank
what was
you.
your last name again?
Nelson.
Nelson? Okay. Thank you, Captain Nelson. Have a good day.
No, thank you.
Yep. Goodbye.
D.C. Police Inspector Ed Spurlock targeted these career criminals when he created a special unit called the Repeat Offenders Project, or ROPE. That unit focuses entirely on identifying, finding, and catching the career criminal in the act of committing a crime. Since Ed Bradley told the story a year ago, several major cities have set up programs modeled after Washington's ROPE unit. Cities like Miami, Philadelphia, Albuquerque, San Antonio. As for the ROPE unit in Washington, it keeps plugging along.
I think about the dangers of hitting a door constantly. It's like that old saying they used to beat into you in Vietnam, stay alert, stay alive.
ROPE is 66 men and women handpicked from the police department's other divisions. First, for being good at what all police do, then for some special expertise and an attitude about repeat offenders. Officer Bill Hayes, 42, a former Vietnam helicopter pilot, he grew up on these same streets he now polices.
I think the worst kind of criminal is that person who preys on the weak, the afflicted, the elderly, the helpless.
Did you cut your head on the glass or what? No, something hit me, man.
Just don't move that eye around, man.
Just don't move it all.
Sergeant Jim Vucci, 39, 13 years on the force.
The most vicious criminal out there is someone who needs drugs, someone who's high, needs to get high, will do anything to get drugs.
You got one out there that needs emergency service. All right. Any dope or guns down there?
Yeah, you had the handcuffs.
I'm going to take them here. That's the only thing.
I'm not giving you no trouble.
You're not
sir.
hurt from jumping out the window.
Lieutenant Bob Schaefer, a 15-year police veteran. His specialty, undercover investigation.
The worst kind of criminal, in my opinion, are the ones you can't get, that keep beating the system.
Drugs, a stolen gun, 5 arrests, 4 on the repeat offender list.
Every police officer that's active in the street knows personally of several people, 1 to 10 people, that do more than a normal share of crimes.
Ed Spurlock heads the unit.
We target people, whether they're wanted on warrants or not, that we believe are doing 5 or more serious crimes a week, and we put a legal charge on them.
When you say you target people, what does that mean?
It means that we assign that particular named person to a squad of men and women whose job it is to place a legal charge, criminal charge, on that person.
What kind of people do you go after?
We target the most active criminals that we know of in the community.
The people who are committing the most serious crimes?
The most serious and the most active.
All right, good speed for you and your partner. What we did some time ago is we got information that these guys wanted to break in Neiman Marcus and steal some furs.
An informant gave ROPE that information. A burglary was about to happen at a department store. 1 full squad, 11 officers, will plan and execute the trap. Each squad has specialists in undercover, weapons, narcotics. They are as diverse in talent as they are in appearance.
ROPE personnel, they don't represent the Charles Atlases of the world. We have the fat ones, the skinny ones, the unhealthy ones, but it adds to their ability to infiltrate.
To tell you who we have as suspects in this case, Larry Moss, the last time, pulled 2 guns on a policeman.
He really doesn't have any reason not to resist because he knows he's going back through big time if he does get caught.
One of the subjects says he's using $1,500 a week of cocaine.
We really don't care about what they look like physically. We're concerned about the one thing, how they're able to use all of their facilities, the things that they personally bring to the squad, and how they relate that to catching of the criminal. That's what we're after.
We have every reason to believe that this burglary is going down as planned. Everybody should have handcuffs. They should have their radios. Use extreme caution.
Heavy artillery and preparation, standard ROPE procedure. Their targets are professionals, career criminals, usually armed and dangerous. As in tonight's store burglary, much of ROPE's information comes from informants. Inside, the trap is set, a wireless microphone on the store's guard. He's told what to say and do once the burglars get there. ROPE's only surveillance post is a hole high up on the wall, but they can't see much, so they are completely dependent on the security guard's hidden mic. 12:30, the burglars arrive. The officers wait, listening for the guard to tell them when to move in.
Omega 17 to Bill. Can you observe them in the camera? On the camera yet?
Do not come. The guy's not with me now, but still do not come. I hope you guys hear me. Do not come. You got 2 guys in the van. I can't see what they got.
But the guard gets scared, loses his nerve. You can hear the fear in his voice as he tells them to move in.
Yeah, y'all can come. Get 'em.
He said you can come.
Y'all come get him, y'all get him. What's wrong?
Police, hold it right there. Come on, move it out, shoot you. Down on the floor, on the floor, on the floor. Down the floor, I said, on the floor.
Five people in custody on the loading dock at this time.
Give me some handcuffs.
Can you still hear the pounding, Bill? I copy. Give us a couple of minutes, Sam, until we get all the prisoners secured.
2 weeks of planning, 2 hours to execute. The 5 men arrested have 104 prior charges. It's a textbook rope case, no injuries, and because the crime is stopped in progress, no victims. By concentrating its manpower on this one store on one night, Rope prevented a multi-million-dollar theft.
Up at Neiman Marcus, we have 5 prisoners up here, and we want to transport them separately to the rope unit over in...
When we first started, we thought that we were better than we really were at catching crooks. We thought if we targeted a person that does armed robberies, that we had a pretty good chance of catching him in the actual process of doing an armed robbery. But we found that it wasn't that easy. So we had to go from a large concentration on surveillance to infiltration and investigation.
You're trying to infiltrate organizations?
That's correct.
You put men undercover?
A lot of men undercover.
An officer is photographed for a phony ID. He'll go undercover as a store delivery man.
We infiltrate burglary groups by going there acting like we are a burglar and sell property as if it were stolen.
The police load a van with merchandise the undercover officer will try to sell to a fence, a dealer in stolen property. The officer will wear a concealed microphone. His conversation with the fence is recorded in a rope van parked across the street.
We always get approval through the proper channels to do it when the one party consents. And we find that it's very helpful because it tells a judge, the prosecutors, and a jury exactly what this person is into.
Man say you was looking for some stuff.
Yeah, what you working with?
It's almost all cosmetic stuff. Come out of the truck, I'll show you. This is the kind of stuff that I roll with every day. You know.
We knew this guy was predisposed to do this crime anyway. We just gave him an opportunity to do it.
Huh? What's that in the yellow bottle? That's aspirin. And there's your, you know, the Time Zero film. And that sort of stuff. You know, razor blades.
Okay, Boogie, you made a good connection. You make some money. We can make some money. You made a good connection.
The conversation went, as you heard, he was willing to buy it, and he knew it was stolen. He thought it was stolen when he bought it.
After 7 visits to the fence and 3 weeks of surveillance, Rope has recorded enough evidence to make the arrest.
Neighborhood Police Department. Why, thank you very much.
But they must be prepared legally to defend their methods. The fence has 11 prior arrests and knows the law.
Can I call my attorney?
Yes, you can.
Okay, let me call my attorney. I'd like to be here during the search. I'd like to be here during the search.
The police also know the law, and they don't want to be charged with entrapment, which might cause a judge to throw out the case.
Now, you got yourself twisted up.
I'm trying to turn around with you. I am. I'm not giving you any difficulty.
We're very careful with administering the laws in these areas because we do not wish a restrictive rule. We like the laws as they now exist that allow us to sell property as if it were stolen.
Look, there's a procedure that we go through. The gentleman is under arrest. He is handcuffed. He is now going to be taken up to the station and processed. That's it. And we are going to execute the search warrant.
The best search warrant is for drugs because it allows police to search everywhere. The Rope officers knew they would find $1 million in stolen goods here. The bonus was $8 million in narcotics.
Hidden inside a pair of boots is a large quantity of a brown powdered substance. We need somebody to field test it.
The correlation between drug users and habitual offenders is obviously there. Over the last 3 years in Rope, It seems like about 92% of the offenders that we have arrested are either narcotic users or sellers.
Negative on coke, positive on heroin.
18 to Omega 13.
Omega 13 by.
Bill Hayes on a stakeout watching repeat offenders sell stolen clothes.
Let me tell you something. The drugs and at the bottom of most of this garbage. You're going to find that the junkie, some of them doing 5 and 6 spoons of heroin a day, they're going to steal. They're going to go out 3 or 4 times a day and steal. Okay, we just had some cross from the east side of the street to the west side of the street in front of Chez Maurice, and they doing land office business. It's closed. They're all on hangers.
Junkies will shoplift at 3 or 4 stores and then sell the stolen clothes on the street. This surveillance is aimed at the fences, the people who buy the stolen goods. The junkies will take the money they get from a fence, buy drugs, and go to a shooting gallery, a place where they can shoot or inject heroin.
Freeze! Put your hands up! Get them up high! Get them up high! I don't want nobody.
Most police stay out of shooting galleries. Rope is the exception. Many of their 10,000 outstanding warrants are for such desperate addicts they can often be found in this kind of hellhole.
You better find some sky, buddy, I'm telling you. Get them up. Get them up high.
This is a place where they can get off the street. They can come in here, $2, they can shoot up. On previous occasions, we've recovered a substantial amount of narcotics upstairs where he sells to them, too.
Find the wall. You're going to get hurt, I'm telling you.
My leg is stuck.
Move. Get up.
Legs.
Move.
We hit the places to arrest the people that are already wanted on warrants. They're there. It's a matter of finding out their right name. It's an easy hit where you're going to find anywhere from 15 to 50 hardcore junkies at any one place. So I'm going to go where they're at. I'm going to hit the places they frequent.
There were 60 addicts here, but only 1 arrest, a woman, a fugitive, charged with shoplifting and prostitution. They find no other of their outstanding warrants here. It was a disappointing night, a waste of Rope's heavy manpower.
Let me ask you about the raids. We went on a number of raids with you. When you go out with a lot of men and women. Why so much force?
Because we want to be able to control the situation. We don't want to give anybody a chance to resist us. We should be in so control of the situation that we don't have to get hurt or hurt anyone.
And numbers help you to do that?
Numbers help us, yes.
Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
The majority of the raids that we go on, nobody's going to answer the door. And if you do wait for them to answer the door, they're going to destroy every bit of evidence that's inside.
We have a search warrant.
So it's essential that we get in quick. Because it's just a game at that point. They're trying to destroy the evidence, and we're trying to get it.
Here you go.
What about weapons? You see a lot of shotguns.
Well,
the shotgun's a serious weapon.
Yes, it is.
Put your hands up against the wall. Don't move.
We don't want anyone to get the idea that they can resist us, that they can draw that pistol in their belt and have a chance to get away. We don't want to get hurt, and we don't want to hurt them. That's not what we're about. We're about locking them up, not shooting them.
You know, anything you say could be used against you in court? Yeah. The remarkable thing about your rights is you can stop answering questions anytime.
Rope locks them up, but only 38% do time.
I just want your full cooperation, be quiet, and just be cool. Our job is to just keep arresting. If we arrest one day and we see 2 days later he's out of jail and we have reason to believe he is again committing crimes, we again target him and go after him.
So you just keep doing this over and over and over again?
That's correct. We say we interrupt his crime patterns. We interrupted him today, and if he does 3 or 4 or 5 crimes a week, and he stays in jail 2 or 3 days, then we've saved ourselves 3 or 4 victims. And that's how police departments are judged, is how many crimes they allow to be committed against their people.
Is it that bad, man? I mean, that a victory is a guy is not committing crimes for a couple of days, and that's a victory?
Yeah, absolutely.
And no question in your mind but that Rope in this city has had an impact?
I know it has. I know it has. When you walk down the street and you hear people say, that's that Rope unit, you better watch out. If they ever get on you, they'll stay on you forever. You can't ever do a crime again without worrying about them being around.
Stop them and hold them. Stop them and hold them.
I think the taxpayers are getting their money in the job that we do as policemen.
I'll blow your goddamn head off.
For what, man?
What is your name?
Mark.
Mark what?
Right.
Just ask some of the persons that we have dealt with who call us the creepers, because you never know when you're looking in one of our faces, and we're going to say, you locked up, sucker.
You know what you're wanted for. Burglary.
Burglary? Not me, man.
In the raids you've seen tonight, 16 repeat offenders were arrested. Among them, they had 171 previous charges.
Charlie wanted the rope off.
One final note. Inspector Spurlock says that Rope's proudest accomplishment to date is that in 5 years the unit has never been sued for entrapment, nor for violating anyone's civil rights.